What is up, Dan fam and Notification Squad? Today's video, we're going to be talking about the differences between dropshipping and print on demand and what you should know about them before getting involved. All right, so let's just dive into it right now. So first thing is first, when it comes down to print on demand and AliExpress dropshipping, there's really kind of two ends of the spectrum here, okay? And I'm going to give some of the most, pros and cons of each, but I'm going to give you more so the honest opinions that I have and the actual facts. It's not even an opinion, but these are just facts. So print on demand allows for super targeted, advertisements and super targeted kind of designs and customization. So the products are essentially yours 100% unless somebody steals the design, which does happen from time. So again, print on demand allows you to have kind of the full control over your customization, where AliExpress, you kind of have to work with what they have. So in another video that I talked, about, let's just say you wanted to target mothers who were nurses that loved pit bulls, you're not going to go on AliExpress, and you're not going to find a shirt that targets that particular audience in general. However, you can create a design for like 10, 15 bucks and put it on your Shopify store using something like, Printful or Custom Cat, and sell a design on a shirt targeting mothers that are nurses that love pit bulls. And that's, again, it's your shirt, your design. You can sell it over and over and over again. AliExpress, like I said, you do have to work with what they have. Now, when it comes down to print on demand, products tend to be a little more expensive, and that tends to eat into the profit margin. So meaning that, a shirt might start off at $11 to $12, whatever, printer you're using. And that can really eat up into your margins if you're selling for like 20 bucks, right? So you have to kind of work with that middle ground for ad spend. And when it comes to AliExpress, the products are cheaper. You also have a variety of products that you can use, which that's going to be another point that I talk about. But let's just say we're taking shirts off of AliExpress. Some of them might be way cheaper than print-on-demand products. So you kind of have more room to profit if you play your cards right. So it really boils down to this is one of those kind of catch-22s, is are you willing to go out there and take less of a profit for more targeting, which could in turn means more sales if you do it correctly? Or are you willing to go out there and kind of just have something that's broad that you can target to everybody and, do a lot more sales, which means more revenue, which hopefully in turn means more profit. So again, it really is dependent on what route you want to go down. I'm not going to say there's more profit in print on demand, and I'm not going to say there's more profit in AliExpress dropshipping, because that's not true at all. Well, I'm not going to say it's not true because I didn't compare them. But the only thing that I'm going to tell you is that you can make a lot of money in both depending on what you decide to do. Now, let's just talk about the shipping times, because this is huge. So shipping is actually pretty fast for print on demand. It takes 3 to 4 days from order to printing to delivered, depending on your printer, okay? Depending on the print company that you use. Now, some of them might take 7 to 10 days, depending on how backed up they are. But on average, for these companies that integrate directly with Shopify, like Custom Cat and whatnot, you can go out there and have a turnaround time of around 3 to 4 days delivered right to your customer at their door. So on the other hand, AliExpress, this is something that not a lot of people know about, but the Chinese New Year, let's just talk about first before I get into the Chinese New Year, because it really gets me annoyed. Not that they celebrated an entire New Year, but that they celebrate it for almost an entire month. So essentially, AliExpress will take 3 to 4 weeks. You can get the package within 2 weeks, sometimes 10 days, sometimes 6 days. Some items, depending on the weight and whatnot, and what you're ordering, are faster. But the problem with it is that you can see up to 3 to 4 weeks delivery time, which I don't want to hear up to as a business owner, especially not as a consumer. If I'm buying something, I want it, ideally whatever it is, I like my stuff pretty fast, okay? I'll pay for next day shipping. I'll pay for 2-day shipping. Or if, Amazon Prime, it arrives in same day, depending where you live, 2 days. So shipping time and product in my hand for customer satisfaction is a big thing for me. And AliExpress tends to hinder that. That's why, a lot of people have been watching my progress from dropshipping with AliExpress, very, very successful doing it, all the way to actually going and having products in my hand now and fulfilling them ourselves. So that's one of the biggest reasons, is customer satisfaction has been a key point in the businesses that I've been building right now. We restructured a lot of our businesses based on customer support and satisfaction as well. So that's been one major thing, is that I realize I can't scale properly. You can't scale any business properly without the correct foundation, especially at the ground floor with all your customers and prospects. So that's kind of a big key and a big takeaway for anybody looking to go out there and really decide what route you want to go down. Now, print on demand is typically limited to clothing and accessories like pillowcases, maybe, canvas, art, whatever it is. So it's really limited on what you can go out there and use. Now, phone cases, you can do phone cases, you can do a lot of stuff. But let's just say you wanted to do, like fidget spinners. You can't do fidget spinners. If you wanted to, really whatever it is, anything else except clothing and accessories, you really don't have much wiggle room. However, clothing and accessories do sell the best in general when it comes down to advertising on Facebook and e-commerce in general. That's typically what a lot of people go after when they're first getting started. So AliExpress, you can pretty much sell anything that you want, okay? They have everything and anything imaginable. And it really allows you to go out there and start playing around with targeting, not only targeting, but it allows you to go and really have an idea of what niche you can tap into right away. And print on demand, you are more so kind of fitting into a niche. Okay, so you're finding a niche and then you're fitting something in. But again, if you're using AliExpress, you can do the same thing. You can find a niche and then fit right into it. Print on demand, like I just said, you find one and then you craft it around. But typically AliExpress, you find a product that might be selling. You can go and take a look at different products and then go and match it with a certain market. Or you can do vice versa. You can find a market and then you go ahead and match it with a product on AliExpress, just like you can do on print on demand as well. So which one is for you? We're going to break this down right now. So person A, if you want to make fast cash and don't want to spend much on ads, because you can get right to your target audience, like I've been talking about before, without much effort to really dial in the campaign. And it's fairly easy to scale up as well. And you don't have that much capital. What I suggest in that case, for person A, is print on demand. I do suggest going into print on demand if you do not have a lot of capital to start off with, and you want to get, the best bang for your buck, make a lot of cash. Now, the only problem that I see with print on demand is that designs don't last. So if you go out and target a particular audience of 400,000 people, let's just say mothers that are nurses that love pit bulls, yet again, that audience might be, only 200,000 people. Once you have that entire reach, once you reach that entire audience, you're kind of tapped out, which means new design or new audience. So you're going to be able to make your money right away, but you're going to have to kind of keep being a little witty with your designs and keep changing things up. And again, it's kind of like a cat and mouse game where, you might make $10,000 in a single week, and then it's like, all right, I can't wait for next week, and then everything just goes down until you roll out a new design. That's kind of the only drawback of print on demand. However, if you're fine with that, print on demand, sky's the limit there. If you're willing to go and create like 100 designs a week, you're going to be making a lot of money if you know what you're doing with targeting. Now, person B, if you're willing to go out there and spend more, all right, so meaning you're willing to spend more for a sale, but you have a potential for a bigger upside. So what does that mean exactly? It means that if you're willing to spend $20 on a product that only nets you $15, that essentially means, well, if you're not technically netting, but if it grosses $15, meaning you're taking like a $5 loss, yet you know how to go and make money on the back end, then AliExpress is good for you. However, I will say that because I'm super familiar with that model, I can tell you right now that with the correct funnel, whether it's using an app like TriFunnels or having a post-sale sequence with mail funnels, you can make a lot more money than you can with print on demand because of the fact that when you're upselling, right, inside of your Shopify store or just upselling to your customers, what you need to realize is when they buy a shirt, they'll come back for more shirts eventually, okay? They'll come back eventually. Now, let's just say somebody buys like a cooking apron. So you can sell them cooking sets, cookbooks. You can literally sell anything and everything. With a shirt, when you're doing print on demand and whatnot, you got to realize that they're only going to be buying so many. We only need so many clothes, right? And then it's kind of like a seasonal thing. Every like 2-3 months, I'll go and buy more shirts and whatnot. So you kind of have to bank on those people coming back to your store to rebuy. Unless you build out more so of a community, which I'll talk about in a completely different video. But essentially, person A, print on demand, person B, if you're willing to spend more, but you also have a potential for a bigger upside, all right, which means more products in your funnels, and you're typically able to scale this a lot faster, all right, and that means you'll be able to make higher numbers as well compared to the print on demand with AliExpress. So I'm going to let you decide what you want to do, but what I am going to tell you is down below there's a link to a free Shopify course, and that free Shopify course is Shopify Masterclass, and that's going to teach you about dropshipping as well as the print on demand model. We are going and creating a little sector in there just on print on demand for anybody who wants to learn about it. So if you're interested in that, go ahead down below and register for the free course. It's 100% free. Just make sure you register for it. And I do plan on closing it down, or not closing it down, but adding a price to it for 2018. We actually had over 20-something thousand members already join, which is pretty dang cool. But essentially, right now, Dan Fam, if you want the free Shopify course, go ahead down in the description, register for it. It's 100% free. You'll never be charged. You get grandfathered in. Even if I put a price on it, guess what? You're going to keep it 100% for free for life. That's my promise to you. So, all right, this is pretty much it for this video. You should have an idea of where you're going to be heading down right now, whether or not you want to go down print on demand or you want to go down the drop shipping with AliExpress. So it's up to you, Dan Fam. I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. See you soon.